Have you ever felt like you were performing your life, smiling when you didn't feel okay, saying yes when every part of you wanted to say no, showing up as someone slightly more likable, slightly more agreeable, slightly less you? Most of us don't realize it when it happens. It doesn't feel like a betrayal. It feels like survival. Because one day, somewhere in your past, your soul learned a lesson it was never meant to learn. If I show them all of me, they might leave. So you began to hide. You hid the messy parts, the intense emotions, the truth, the wildness. You buried your depth just to belong in shallow rooms. And the worst part? It worked. You were accepted, but only the edited version of you. And so the real you, the radiant, raw, unfiltered version, began to dim. Here's the truth no one tells you. There's a cost to being loved for who you're not, and your soul always keeps the receipt. You might feel it in your exhaustion, in the way joy feels muted, in how you can't quite look yourself in the mirror the way you used to. It's not that anything is wrong with your life, it's that you're homesick for yourself. There is a part of you that you abandoned to be loved, not because you were weak, but because you were wise. Because at that time, love felt like air, and you were drowning. So you did what you had to do to survive. But now, you're not that child anymore. And love, real love, shouldn't require self-erasure. You don't have to keep performing. You don't have to keep pleasing, shrinking, or translating your truth into something more palatable. The world doesn't need a softer version of you. It needs the version you buried. That version of you who cried loudly, who spoke too deeply, who danced awkwardly, who felt too much and said too much and was too much. They weren't wrong. They were real. And I know maybe that version of you wasn't accepted back then. But now, maybe they don't need to be. Maybe the only person who needs to love that version of you is you. So here's your sacred invitation. Go back for them. Go back for the part of you that you left behind to be loved. Go back for the artist, the dreamer, the truth teller, the fire starter. They are not your weakness. They are your key. And maybe, just maybe, that forgotten version of you is still waiting. Waiting in the quiet moments, in the things you used to love, in the old journals, the songs you stopped singing, the ideas you never let live. They're in the urge you silence, the words you edit, the too much you tone down before you walk into the room. What if you let them back in? What if you stopped apologizing for the way your soul wants to speak? Because when you censor your essence to be accepted, you teach yourself that who you truly are is not welcome. And over time, you forget how to even be that version. But here's the miracle. You can never fully lose them. Because your soul keeps record of who you were before the world told you to adjust. And every time you laugh without restraint, every time you create something messy and honest, every time you say what you really mean, you call that version closer. You can bring them home now. You can speak like them, dress like them, create like them, love like them. And yes, maybe some people will walk away, but let them. Because the ones who stay will finally be loving the real you. You will finally be loving the real you. You don't need to become someone else to be worthy. You just need to remember who you were before the world told you to change. And the moment you do, you'll feel it. That ancient recognition, that deep exhale, the return to yourself. Welcome home.